a High production. A tribute to Geoffrey Bayldon. Return to Sbirro's, based on a story by Stanley Ellen, starring Simon Flynn as himself, Victoria Price as Simon's agent, and Geoffrey Bayldon as Mr. Sbirro, with other parts played by the Channel High players.
Good evening, my name is Simon Flynn. I am here to tell you the unusual story that I have entitled Return to Sbirro's. There was a strange series of events a few years back that led me into mortal danger. Let me tell you about them. Some time ago, it must have been about 2.5 years back, my good friend Harry Lafleur and I used to engage in our love for fine cuisine by frequently eating out and enjoying the delights of a wonderful restaurant situated in some dingy, grubby alley in the West End of London. Harry was kind enough to introduce me to this remarkable establishment, knowing that I'm a connoisseur of superb food. I enjoyed his flamboyant and honest company. The place was like family and friend to him. It was just as well that my friend's work expenses were lavishly provisioned. Harry worked as an international advertising man. I was, at that time, a struggling actor and often resting between jobs. So I was grateful that Harry, being wonderful and generous, was happy to pay for me. I must inform you that I was rather lean when I started eating out with Harry, and I wondered if Harry had also started out being lean. We ate there almost every night when Harry was working in the area. Sbirro's restaurant was remarkable as there was no set menu at all. You were just given what you were given. And I've never heard of any complaints. This is because the food was delicious. Sbirro's was really a gentleman's club in a way. No women were permitted, and the mysterious, enigmatic Mr. Sbirro had his methods of getting rid of them, or so I was told. I really do not know, on reflection, how they could get away with their no women policy, or indeed why they should want to implement it in the first place. Nevertheless, the women were better off out of it, I can assure you. From time to time, a meal would appear that was a very rare treat, and when it arrived at my table, I would get very excited at its mere presence. My taste buds would almost cause a heart-stopping frenzy. This unsurpassed master was simply called the Special. Indeed, the recipient might thereafter be apt to declare that there simply are no other foods. I know that I sound like an insane lunatic, and indeed I thought my friend had gone mad when he confessed to me his love for this dish. To this very day, I have never tasted food like it. No one knew when this culinary delight was going to make an appearance, and sometimes one had to wait in drooling anticipation for months on end. It became very frustrating to me when I missed my Sbirro's fix when Harry was out of town or I simply could not go. I swore that if he stopped going, I would have robbed a bank in order to keep dining there. So great was my desire to obtain this special. When it came to the dish's recipe, it was a closely guarded secret. Other than the main ingredient was simply lamb, and the name of this exquisite dish was lamb armistan. You could only obtain this lamb armistan at Sbirro's. I know it sounds unbelievable, but Sbirro was the only person in the entire world who had the recipe for it. When I look back at our meals, and this dish in particular, Harry and I must have seemed like two pigs with our noses in a trough. Did I tell you the last time that I saw Harry was some 2.5 years back, and it was at Sbirro's. Harry told me he was going away on a business trip the next day and that he was very reluctant to set off. He was in an agitated mood as the special was not available that evening. To see me on my way, he had said. After that evening, I never returned to Sbirro's, and shortly after that, I was offered some acting work in New York. I was eventually working in Hollywood in some small roles. As Harry was rather depressed at going away, Mr. Sbirro kindly let Harry see into his beloved kitchen. Harry had wanted to see the food being prepared for some time. In fact, he had become a little obsessed. As I watched Harry and Mr. Sbirro walk through those kitchen doors, I never realised that it would be the last time I'd see my friend again. Harry finally witnessed the head chef at work. This amazing cook, who, like most genii, was apparently prone to temper tantrums. I arranged a meeting with my agent Victoria. There was some unfinished business back home that I needed to tell her about.
Hi Victoria, how are you? Alright?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, thanks for meeting us at such a short notice.
Of course, it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's a really nice restaurant actually. It's pretty good.
Oh good, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know you mentioned about there was something in the pipeline.
Yeah, there's a great part. I think it would be fantastic for you. I mean, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any idea what?
Oh, it's a part that's right up your alley. You know, you're making a name for yourself here, and I think it would be a really good part for you to take.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, as great as it is, there's a little bit of a problem. That was one of the reasons for sort of wanting to meet you. It's a bit of a problem back home. I think I need to fly back to the UK and sort out some stuff, and I could be there a while, so I might not want to be tied to something back there.
Well, how long is a while? Because I can get them to delay the shoot for a couple of weeks. I mean, you know, I think that's absolutely possible.
Well, to be honest, it's about a friend of mine. I think he may have got into some trouble, possibly even disappeared.
Wow. Oh
So
my gosh, that sounds
pretty
serious.
Yeah, it's pretty big stuff. But
Hey guys, menus? Are you ready to order? Maybe drinks?
Yeah.
Can you just give us a minute?
Well, sure. Can I leave the menus?
No,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Just
Yeah, thank you.
a minute. Thank
All
you.
right.
thanks.
Hey,
Yeah, we'll
that's
put you in a
cool.
sec. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know it's news you didn't really want to hear.
Are you sure you can't take it? Because we can get them to hold it for a couple of weeks.
Well, I'll think about it, but to be honest, I think I owe it to this guy really to go back and try and find out what's happened. I mean, I can, I'll keep you posted, and obviously, and I'll let you know.
I understand, and you need to do what's best for you.
Okay, yeah. Well, I knew you'd be really understanding. I know there may not be much choice, but I'm really grateful for what you've done.
No, of course, and I just good luck with everything.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Cheers. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we order?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. What'll it be?
Should we have a bottle of wine?
Yes, bottle of wine would be
red,
great.
red.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
You have the list?
Yeah, sure. And we'll look at the menus and we'll get back to you on the food.
Very fine. It's coming.
Okay. Yeah. Cheers. Thanks. Anyway, to your good health.
1 week after that conversation, on a beautiful sunny day in October, I returned home with having had no contact from Harry. When I arrived back at my old flat, I was confronted with a salvo of letters. I ignored them at first. I put on the heating, removed the dust cover from my bed, and fell asleep, completely jet lagged. Eventually I got round to sorting out the post and was obviously disappointed to have found nothing from my old friend Harry. One letter piqued my curiosity. It was from a John Lafler. Mr. John Lafler was apparently Harry's older brother. He'd come across my details in Harry's address book and decided to write and see if I had any news. He had tried my old telephone number, but I changed it. He'd even written to my agent. John Lafler was a former police officer and he'd used his connections to try and track down Harry, but he hadn't been able to find out any information. I phoned him and made arrangements to meet him as soon as possible. A day later we met in a pub, not that far away from the aforementioned haunt, Sbirro's. I walked over there earlier to see if it still existed, and it did. As I looked down at the barred windows at my feet, I could see a light on from behind the heavy curtains. It took me about 5 minutes to walk back to the pub from the brownstone building that was Sbirro's restaurant. As I stood by the bar, a rather nondescript, middle-aged, balding man with a goatee approached me.
Good evening, sir. You must be Mr. Flynn. I recognise you from your films. I'm John Lafler.
Hardly my films. I'm pleased to meet you too. I can see the resemblance to your brother. Did you have a good journey here?
Yes, East Croydon is not too far. How are you?
Fine, little cold. It will take some time to get used to this weather.
You were saying on the phone that you were compiling a list of suspicious events linked to Sbirro's. Did you bring it?
Yes, I just wrote down the bullet points. Point 1. There was a regular diner there, but the man suddenly stopped coming.
Perhaps he had work commitments elsewhere.
Perhaps. But Mr. Sbirro said that he believed the man was far greater in his death than in his life, and yet no evidence ever came up to say that the man had died.
That does seem like a strange thing for him to say. Does Mr. Sbirro look peculiar in any way?
He has, or had, a very flat nose with a straggling line of hair under it. These blue, wide-set eyes that were almost oriental in appearance. His hair was long and pale, and it looked like it had been bleached. So yes, he was very peculiar. There was one regular customer who never missed a night there, and on the night of the special, he just didn't turn up.
Perhaps he was sick.
As I said before, I saw your brother go into the kitchen with Mr. Sbirro.
As a going away treat.
And I never saw him again. I did not wait for him to come out, as I had another pressing engagement later that evening. I'm just wondering whether there was any CCTV footage of Harry or myself entering or leaving Sbirro's.
I looked into that. The cameras in this area were out of order that night.
You're joking. You'd have thought at least one camera in London would have checked our arriving and leaving. It's a disgrace. On my last night at Sbirro's, a waiter had advised Harry never to go into the kitchen, and moments later, Harry got the invite.
Why did the waiter not want Harry to go into the kitchen?
Apparently, the temperamentally furious chef did not want anyone breathing over his shoulder while his work took place.
Well, that's understandable. Anyway, let's not sit around here chatting. Let's get off to Sbirro's.
We later arrived at the unremarkable brownstone building, and I remember that John seemed to be surprised by its dullness. However, the inside was far more welcoming. I had been so busy looking around in anticipation for John Lafler that I'd forgotten it was Halloween. The place was unusually dark, and the ancient gas lamps glimmered away eerily. The decor was the same as it had always been, and we went past the mirrored foyer into the small dining room. Tiny pumpkin candles flickered away on the tables. They appeared to be grinning at us with a slightly menacing allure. There were more tables than before, about 12. The waiters were all wearing skull masks and black vampire cloaks. It was very atmospheric.
Welcome to Sbirro's restaurant, Mr. Flynn and guests.
Thank you. You know me?
I have seen you eating here before in the past, and I have seen you on the television.
Call me Simon. I don't believe that we've spoken before.
You're right, we haven't. I have never been assigned to you as your waiter before, but I remember you well. You used to attend here regularly with your friend. How is he?
Unfortunately, I have no idea. He's disappeared.
Disappeared? That's terrible. The last time that I saw him was when he was here with you.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting, isn't it, John?
Yes, that's very interesting.
It's rather quiet in here this evening.
True, but the night is still, young gentleman.
Mark, we're trying to shine a light on my friend Harry's disappearance.
I also heard Candia tell your friend never to go into the kitchen again under any account if he valued his life. At this point, Mr. Sbirro appeared on the scene and explained that the head chef had been rather annoyed about having a guest looking over him in the kitchen that night, but had finally agreed to allow your friend entry.
Well, that's the story Mr. Sbirro gave me.
I probably will not have ever remembered that, only for the strange fact that after that night, my friend vanished off the face of the earth. So strange. You could say that it's a mystery.
There seems to be no reason to enter the kitchen to watch the furious chef preparing his masterpieces, as you have now installed that TV screen that shows the live action.
Yes, I mustn't do too much talking. Mr. Sbirro disapproves of the waiters talking to our guests, but I could just not resist, especially as you are now a celebrity. Mr. Sbirro doesn't approve of celebrities or the popularity that follows them. I have no idea why that should be. He's an unusual fellow.
What's going on here?
Our waiter quickly slunk off like a small child who'd been caught with his fingers in the biscuit jar. John and I turned round, and Mr. Sbirro's large blue eyes seemed to be totally transfixed on me, like a mind-penetrating cyborg.
You are at the wrong table. Make sure it does not happen again. I'm so very pleased to meet you, Mr. Flynn, and friend. I'm so very pleased. But I see that your friend does not know me.
My name's John, Mr. Sbirro. Delighted to meet you.
I am Sbirro, the owner of this restaurant, Mr. Flynn. I didn't expect to find you here, but don't you think it might be meant in some kind of way?
Simon's just returned from America after working abroad.
Yes, I missed the old place.
It's rather an old-fashioned place, I'm afraid. Lots of old fogies here, I'm afraid. Have a good flight?
A little turbulence, but other than that, it was very good. Of course, aircraft food does not compare to your culinary delights.
A great compliment. You compliment me with your presence, and I return the compliment with my food. You have a great treat in store for you today.
Is it a special tonight?
No special tonight.
What a shame.
Yes. And that place you're at, not too grim?
No, of course not. America's a great place.
Well, why don't we go and sit down? Let's go off and find a quiet corner.
A huge man came bounding over to our table like a bear.
Craig? Oh, he's here.
Hello, how are you?
You know who this is?
No, I don't know who this is.
He will tell you.
Simon Flynn, long-time customer of Sbirro's.
Hi, I'm John.
Delighted to meet you. My name is Craig Anstall. You can call me Craig. I'm one of the new owner-partners of this establishment.
Mr. Sbirro, I thought you said you were the sole owner.
I'm one of them. There are three. I suppose you must think me the most frightful old buffer. I'm afraid we don't know each other as well as we ought.
Gentlemen, the food which is the furious chef's choice will shortly be here, and I have every confidence that your tongue and stomach will savour every delicious moment. We call him the furious chef because he can be a little temperamental at times, but we tolerate him because of his exceptional culinary skills. Look, there he is on the TV screen, slaving away. What a consummate professional he is.
Shall we have a little drink?
But this establishment doesn't serve alcohol. It upsets the delicate balance of the food. So I assume you're talking about soft drinks, Mr. Sbirro?
Yeah.
I have persuaded Mr. Sbirro to come out of the Stone Age.
Next you'll be allowing women in.
No.
Oh, can I have a gin and vermouth, please?
A dry sherry, if I may.
Henry?
Yes, sir?
A gin and vermouth, if you please, and a dry sherry.
Mr. Sbirro, John here is Harry Lafler's brother. Remember him?
Eh? Oh, yes.
He always dined here with me before my trip to America. In fact, my returning as early as I did was because I'd heard nothing of him for such a long time.
He often told me that he spent many happy hours here at this table.
I feel I could die of starvation.
Mr. Lafler? You're not going to die.
Mr. Sbirro, can you recall the last meeting you had with Harry?
Not at all.
Well, the last time I saw him, you'd invited him into your kitchen.
I can only say that is absolutely true. We had a marvellous lunch it was. Freezing cold, and
He'd already just dined with me before going through your famous kitchen doors, Mr. Sbirro.
oh, splendid.
One gin and vermouth, one sherry.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
To your continuing good health.
Yes, very kind of you. Mr. Sbirro, where do you think Harry went?
Abroad, I suppose.
But where?
France, Portugal, I don't really know. I really don't know. You can take that from me because it's the truth.
What is this, gentlemen? The Spanish Inquisition? You make it sound as if we have eaten your friend and washed him down with a glass of Chianti.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I'm sorry if I sound as though I'm prying. I'm just worried about him, and his disappearance has naturally made me ask questions.
I invite questions. Now, gentlemen, I've interrupted you for far too long.
We're going to the cinema now.
What's the film called?
The film is called Beached. It's the one about shipwrecked sailors that end up on an island of cannibals. I feel as if you're both getting into a state of nothing. People do get tired of the rat race and go off to seek some new start in life. It does happen, you know.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Ah, here's your meal, gentlemen. It was a joy talking to you. See you again soon, and enjoy.
Au revoir.
Off they go. It seems to me that if they do know anything, they're not going to tell us. What do you think?
I don't know what to think.
After our meal, John and I went our separate ways, agreeing to meet at Sbirro's the following evening. That night I had a problem getting off to sleep, and I vaguely recall a dream in which Mr. Sbirro was sitting at the end of my bed.
Mr. Flynn.
Mr. Sbirro, what are you doing here? How did you get in? Is Harry's disappearance weighing heavily on your conscience? What have you done with him?
You've just got to use your imagination and expertise, which you had from the beginning, you know, Mr. Flynn. The only favour I could show him was let him see the mysteries of my humble kitchen.
I don't understand.
I like to think that he was probably greater in his death than in his life. Goodbye.
I suddenly woke up sweating, and my heart was pounding like a drum. The next evening I met John outside Sbirro's, and he was punctual to the minute as always.
Welcome to Sbirro's restaurant, Mr. Flynn and guests.
Good evening, Mark and Craig.
Where would you like to sit, gentlemen? Or over there, or over here in the corner?
I think the corner.
Good evening, gentlemen. Delighted to meet you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening, Craig.
Yes, good evening.
You cut your finger, sir. That looks nasty.
Oh, it's not as bad as it looks. There's a fault on the hedge saw. I was trying to cut up a tree in the garden earlier, and the cat got in the way. And now the wretched thing won't work at all.
The cat or the saw?
Sadly, the cat was accidentally decapitated. It should not have been in the garden in the first place, and Mr. Sbirro disapproves of all animals, particularly when some of them get into the garden.
I can see an old well through the window. Is that the garden out back?
Ah, here's your meal, gentlemen.
So the work you were doing must have been in Mr. Sbirro's garden. I do hope he's not fallen in and that the cat does not feature on this evening's speciality of the house.
No special tonight, gentlemen.
No special again. Will I ever get to taste it?
Enjoy.
During the meal, I pointed out to John that Craig was wearing a watch identical to the one Harry wore. I started to wonder if it was the exact same one. After the meal and a few drinks, I began to feel somewhat lightheaded. I really wasn't feeling well, and I was asking myself why I'd bothered to return to this place at all, where we were getting absolutely nowhere in our search for Harry.
I know this sounds a bit odd, but it feels like we're being watched.
Surely not. Who's going to be staring at us?
What's up?
I feel quite dizzy.
I'll speak to Craig or Mr. Sbirro. I can see them over there in the corner eating. I'm sure they won't mind you sitting in the kitchen or an adjacent room.
No thanks. I'm sure I'll be fine here.
I suddenly lurched forward in my seat and was sick all over the table. Wonderful. This caused some of the guests some consternation, and one got up and walked out in disgust.
Come with me, I'll help you up.
Do not go into the kitchen tonight, or any night. Do not go with him under any circumstance.
Who are you? Mind your own business.
Everything started to spin around and it went dark suddenly. That's all I remember of the incident. I passed out. When I woke up later, I was in a hospital bed.
Are you feeling better, my friend? I phoned an ambulance to take you.
Yes, I thought you were dead. You're the waiter who warned my friend Harry never to enter the kitchen on that last night I ever saw him.
Yes, and with good reason. After I first spoke to your friend, my son and I had to go into hiding in the police would not believe my story.
What do you mean?
Mr. Fane, I knew that the situation had become dangerous to him. I had been into the kitchen in a few occasions and I had been party to the going to on there of the famous chef.
Party to what?
Murders. I was threatening with death if I told anyone. Mr. Leffler had saved my life in the past. Someone had attacked me with a knife. Last time you were here with friend, I went on the kitchen and 1 minute after Mr. Leffler had gone with Mr. Sbirro, but I couldn't do nothing to help him. It was horrible. Please, sir, you need to leave. He will not listen. Sbirro put knife onto my throat. Then the head chef chopped Mr. Leffler head off with axe and it rolled under the kitchen sink. The chef then called me at a knife point. Mr. Sbirro started to prepare Mr. Leffler for his dinner. He enjoyed Mr. Harry Leffler. He is sweet and juicy. If I report to anyone, he will kill me at eat me for his dinner. He enjoy human meat. John Leffler is not really John Leffler. He is pretending to be your friend, brother. He is a furious chef. He killed your friend Harry.
This is fantastic. It can't be. John Leffler had been with me when I arrived at Sbirro's, and I was with him when I saw a TV screen showing the kitchen, performing his miracles with the furious chef at work.
What you are show in was videotape playing, showing another chef, nothing more.
Why would that man kill in front of a witness?
So he hold for an power over me to control me. He is a lunatic.
I felt livid with this so-called John Leffler. He was a fake. Candia had left Sbirro's on the very night Harry had been eliminated, after following him into the kitchen to warn him to leave. But John Leffler had murdered him in front of the former waiter. It was too shocking to take in. Candia had come to the restaurant in disguise that night in order to rescue me. This John Leffler had set out to kill me. Whose idea was it, I wondered, to have me dispatched? Perhaps it was all three of them.
Sbirro, a mad monster. The head chef also enjoy his evil work. Waiter called Harry is godfather to my son. He is the anyone who knew my secret hiding place, and tonight I have disguise. He told me that John Leffler is the third owner of the church. Mr. Harry Leffler is a good man. He was your friend and my friend.
And Craig? Is he part of this trio of monsters?
That I do not know anything. Tonight I'm watching you and hoping that you would not return.
That night in hospital, I was not allowed any other visitors. As I lay in my bed, I had a strong desire to go to Sbirro's that night and look in the well in the back garden. I wondered if Harry was down there. What was Craig really doing when he cut his hand? The next day, I was discharged. I went home. The phone calls from John Leffler stopped for about 2 days, and when he phoned, he pretended to be so sorry that I'd been ill, and I played down my sickness that I believed that he and the others instigated in order to get me into the kitchen. I now knew the horrible truth. Mr. Sbirro was a mutilator of the flesh, a hideous beast, and John was just as evil. Harry Leffler was dead, as I'd said earlier, killed by John and served up by Mr. Sbirro. Following my illness, I made up my excuses for not visiting Sbirro's, and I acted like I knew nothing. Thank you so much for listening to my strange story, and thanks for coming to lunch. And no, it was not lamb armistan this time. I have no idea what happened to Mr. Sbirro or John Lafler, as I never returned to Sbirro's. The last time I saw both of them, they came over to my place for dinner. It took a lot of cajoling to get them both to come. Perhaps they will be remembered by some more in death than in life. I'm glad you enjoyed your meal. More wine?
That's fine. That's okay.
Why did you do these crazy things?
You just learn things about what you do. You sometimes don't know you do.
Oh, by the way, tomorrow night, lamb armistan is on the menu. Don't miss it.